Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'm focusing on compassion in this practice. The Sanskrit word is karuṇā. Compassion is felt as a stirring in the heart to help another through pure, selfless love. Compassion acknowledges the tender and painful aspects of life that we all must endure. Compassion that is gentle and rooted, radical and resilient, is essential as we are tested and initiated. Meditation on the principle of compassion is a means of erasing our own hatred, cruelty, and fear by replacing these traits with love, kindness, and a deeper understanding for others. Cultivating a respectful, forgiving, and compassionate attitude to ourselves and one another empowers us to feel deeply, listen with empathy, and show up as our authentic self. Practice this yoga with a sense of compassion towards yourself so that the body will be cooperative and the mind remains serene and happy. Now let's center with our breath and invoke a spirit of compassion. Create this sacred space and time for the practice of compassion. Filling yourself with the breath to increase your ability to empathize, forgive, to have compassion and mercy. The deeper you breathe, the more your capacity for empathy and belonging with one another. We weave together this sense of belonging because our community is safe and open, forgiving, and merciful. Now, Hridaya Mudra, bringing the tip of the index finger to the base of the thumb, and then touching the tip of the middle and ring finger with the tip of the thumb, leaving the pinky extended. Hridaya Mudra is the energetic seal of unconditional love and all-flowing compassion. The blessing energy for all of life is expressed to increase our capacity of empathy and unblock the energy of the heart to help us attune with the hearts of others. I'll start some movement, standing up and taking time to check in with yourself. Look at the feet and align them parallel to each other so the feet are about hip distance apart. And then begin to engage muscular energy around the legs to hug the muscles to the bone, to energize the legs and press down through the soles of the feet, and feeling in the soles of the feet the pressure balance between the heels, between the balls, inner edges and outer edges. So relax, sense, and feel what you're experiencing in your feet and legs. And then as you exhale, begin to energize more through the abdominals, pulling the navel in, the tailbone down, squeezing the buttocks a little bit so you have more power and root energy going down through the legs and feet. Then lift up the arms, take them up over the shoulders. Inhale, stretch to the sky. And as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades down. Strengthen the core. You look fabulous. Good. And you still are keeping alignment in the feet. And breathing deep, compassionate breaths. Filling your lungs on the inhale to capacity. And emptying all that breath out again on the exhale. Squeezing the navel to the spine. Waiting till every ounce of air is gone. So now there's more space to expand again on the inhale. Reach it up. Good. Now exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, slide the hands down to the knees, and stop halfway. Some Agnisara. Okay. With this pranayama, you're going to exhale and begin to tighten through the pelvic floor, applying Mula Bandha. And then the navel drawing in as you exhale. Uddiyana Bandha is what I'm looking for. Pause at the end of the exhalation. And then inhale, relax through the navel, the stomach. Relax through the pelvic floor until your breath is fully inflated the lungs. And each exhale, then begin the contraction in the pelvic floor first, and then the lower abdomen, then the navel, finishing the exhalation and actually sucking the navel up and under the base of the rib cage for a moment with that bandha, that Uddiyana Bandha, which means to fly up. Then relaxing that, lowering from the navel down through the pelvic floor, relaxing all those muscles, filling the lungs. And continue down the shins with your hands, bending the knees as you go until you reach the ankles, and then walking one knee straight at a time. And don't be stiff. Let your head and shoulders flow around, hips move, whatever needs to move. Give it freedom. Now widen the feet, turn the toes out, and squat down, elbows between the knees. Try to balance with hands lifted off the mat, shoulders back. Good, great. You're a great yogis. Yes, good. Take compassionate breaths. Then release, hands down, straighten the knees, and inhale, lift the back up. Good. And bring the feet back to hip distance. Interlace the hands over the head. And now press up through the palms. Pull in through the navel. Lengthen the spine. Tailbone down. Palms up. Fabulous. Good. Excellent. Twist it to the left. Keep the right heel pressing down. Breathe into the right ribs. And release and twist to the right side. Okay, press down through the left heel. Reach through the palms. Yes, great. Big breaths, filling the body with the inhale, strengthening the core as you exhale. Then release, arms down, and just swing it from side to side. Loose, easy, fun. All right, take the feet wide apart. You can turn to the side, slide down to the knees with the hands. Keep bending the knees so you can rock the hips, gliding from side to side. If the hands can reach the floor, go down to the mat. If you need to, widen the feet more. Now turn the left toes out, walk the hands to the left corner of the mat for a diagonal stretch, deep lunge. Press down through the soles of the feet, lift up through the pelvic floor. Breathe that strength of compassion into the thighs. Good, and switch. Walk the hands to the right. Turn the left toes in, spin the right toes out. And keep walking, hands diagonally away, so the hips can go deep into this lunge. But we're not collapsing because we're energizing, engaging through the thighs, strengthening with the breath. Great, and to the center. Hands to the center, feet parallel, and folding forward now. Crown of the head down, navel lifting up. Now, hug from the ankles and shins in towards the midline. Lift up the kneecaps. Take another complete breath, folding forward. Then lift the back up to stand. Turn the left toes out. Bend the left knee for warrior two. All right, good. Reach back through the right arm until your right shoulder's over the right hip. Inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, press down through the palms. So you're pressing the feet and the palms down like you're pushing on a table with each hand. Very nice. All right. Now straighten the left knee, lift the left palm up, and lift the eyes up. So you're expanding both sides of the body, lengthening the side body before taking the left hand over and windmilling it down to the left leg for triangle. So we're not sinking or collapsing into the left hip, but we're expanding, reaching up with the right arm. Good, that's beautiful. Oh, you're so good. Listening, following these instructions. Okay. From here, we'll just bend the left knee, stand up, and turn the feet. Left toes in, spin the right toes out, and bend the right knee. Now, instead of reaching forward with the right shoulder, pull back with the left arm so the left shoulder is over that back left hip. Inhale, lift up through the crown. Exhale, press down through the feet as though the palms were pressing on tables. And give your body freedom to flow, to pulse with the breath. ebb and flow. Now lift the right arm, straighten the right knee, and looking up, reach up to the sky. See how long you can make your legs, how long you can reach with your arm. Inhale to the sky. Now exhale, windmill, right arm down, and bring it to the right leg without crunching down into the right hip and rib cage. Lift up through the rib cage. Look up with the eyes. Spread the fingers. Give your breath full expansion into every part of you. And with the exhale, then be strong. Engage through the core. Power in the legs. That is gorgeous. Good. Stand back up, bend the knees, and then, with some difficulty, step the feet together. Come to the front of the mat for Warrior One. And step the right foot back, Virabhadrasana. Take time to balance, steady, and engage through the feet and legs. And then from that foundation, lift up the arms, lift up the heart, and with the breath, expand the heart's capacity for compassion and empathy, for mercy and love. Offering this compassion out to all those who are suffering everywhere in the world. Now, lower the arms, clasp behind the back, and draw the shoulder blades down as you look up and open the heart more, the little back bend. It's important not to bend the back knee, to use that power pressing down through the back foot to lengthen in the lower back, giving it more flexibility. Now, release the back bend and begin to fold forward over the front hip, holding and straightening the front knee as you can or are able. You can use blocks under the hands or the leg for support. Over a series of breaths, you may be able to reach the floor with the fingertips. And you have permission to soften that front knee. Inhale and feel how you're aligning the hips, turning that right hip forward, parallel with the left. And then eventually straightening that left knee. Parshvottanasana, our pyramid. Take another complete breath of compassion. Now, with the right hand still down or on the leg, open the left arm for a twist in a revolved triangle, Trikonasana. And release, look down, and step the right foot forward. Inhaling, hands to knees. Then exhale, fold over straight legs. Step the left foot back, bend the right knee, and bring hands to the right knee as you fine-tune your feet, hips, shoulders. And when you feel you're in alignment, Hold that with the strength of the muscles tugging into the core. And from there, reach up and expand this capacity for compassion. Reaching it out to anyone who is suffering. Like the sun shining its rays every direction in the universe, your compassion can reach out to everyone and anyone. All right, with the arms down, yoga mudra behind the back, or just folding the hips is fine. If you draw the elbows back and the shoulder blades together, you're getting the same benefit of opening the chest and then eventually looking up. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, bend the front knee so you can take it into a little back bend. And then release the hands to the front knee and begin to straighten the right leg. First, align the hips, bringing that left hip forward, the right hip crease up and back. And then squeeze the knee, lift it up. Tighten the quadricep. And with care and compassion, begin to fold over the right hip. Using the leg for support or blocks under the hands. Until you're comfortable straightening the right knee with hands down. And still enjoying the compassion of each breath. Karuṇā. This is one of the 4 Brahma Viharis, or divine attitudes. We've talked about the others before. Loving kindness, compassion, friendliness, and acceptance. That's this. Now step the left foot forward. Inhale, hands to knees. And exhale, fold over the legs. Uttanasana. If you want, you can hold on to the big toes and pull up on the big toes to take the crown of the head deeper down towards the mat. And relax any of that tension in the shoulders and arms on the inhale. Lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, you can pull yourself a little deeper with compassion. Just as far as your comfortable limit. Pulsing up on the inhale and deeper on the exhale. Now release the hands, bend the knees, and step the feet back to downward dog. Soften the knees on the inhale, relaxing the shoulders. You can look, you see your feet should be parallel, about hip distance apart. With the exhale, lengthen and straighten the legs. Take 2 more complete breaths. And then rest, bring the knees down. And then the hips rolling down through Cobra pose. Bhujangasana. Now hug the legs together. Press the tops of the feet and hips down. And then push the hands down. Curl the head and shoulders up. And draw the shoulder blades down as you lift the heart Nice, good. Bhujangasana, cobra. And release, bring the chest down. And rest. The heels might open. Giving your body time to reset, readjust, and then to resume cobra. Hug the legs to the midline, press down through the tops of the feet, push the hips down, the fingertips down, roll the head and shoulders up. And now if you like, just rock the hips from side to side, taking cobra to a little slithering movement, sinuous. Good, that's the way. And rest back to the floor. And from here we're going to Bekasana, Ardha Bekasana, half frog. We'll take the left arm, reach it ahead of you, the palms face down, and then maybe rolling towards your left side. Some make it easy to bend the right knee and bind the right hand to the right ankle. Right? So the index or the middle finger can fit right in the crease of the ankle. And then roll the hips flush again down to mat. Push down through the hips. Lift in that left arm. And lift in the right knee. Okay. And that is a half bow, actually. Now with the Bekasana, keep the chest lifted, but press the left palm down into the floor. Okay? Then reverse the grip with the right hand, bring the hand on the top of the foot, bend the knee more to pull and press this right heel down towards the right hip. And then after sort of balancing there, you've got sort of a loaded spring, right? Slowly release that spring until your right leg is down. And you can rest chin down. You did great. Breathe. And just one more side. Extend the right arm forward, bending the left knee. Reach back, hold on to the left ankle for a half bow, and lift up the right arm. Lift up the left knee. Lift up the heart. Good, that's the way. Strengthening the vessel of compassion. All right, lower the right palm down. Keep that right armpit lifted. Then reverse the grip on that back foot. So the left palm on the top of the foot, the left elbow spin up. And compassionately pull and squeeze this left heel in towards the hip. So the knee should point really straight back. The shoulders should be kind of level. And the hips evenly pressing into the mat, both sides. Okay. And then carefully release that spring. And the left foot comes down. Rocking the heels a little side to side. Release tension. Good. And push up when you're ready. Table pose. And strengthen, press through the finger pads. Start to see the white around the edges of the fingernails. And the arms hug into the midline to integrate the shoulder blades into the back. The knees hugging towards the midline also, creating that unification, that connection to source. Now breathe through cat and cow. Inhale, eyes up, arching the back and cow. And exhale, eyes down, lifting the navel into that cat, angry cat back. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. And each exhale, accentuate the muscular energy of the fingertips pressing down, the arms and legs hugging to the midline. Relax that tension on the inhale so the heart can open. Good. Now we'll curl the toes under, lift up the knees, and press back to down dog. Taking 2 more breaths. The next inhale, step the right foot forward. You can lower the left knee to do that. It's up to you. Come to a lunge. Bring that right arm inside the knee. Inhale, the arms are straight. And exhale, toning the inner thighs. Let the elbows bend and the weight of your body stretch the hips. Inhale, press down through the palms. And exhale, let the hips engage more and strengthen to hold you. Now, some yogis will bring the elbows down, getting even a deeper stretch in the hips. Another option is to open the right knee to the right side, so you're more on the outer edge of that right foot. Okay, so if you're doing that, don't let the ankle sickle out to the side, but keep that shin muscle and the peroneal muscle engaging. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. Lift back up, step the right foot behind to downward dog. And this is an opportunity to walk the knees, walking the dog. And step the left foot forward into this deep lunge with the left arm inside the knee. Inhale, arms are straight, back knee is straight. And the exhale, let the elbows bend, the legs support you, and stretch in the thighs, the hips, without really compromising or bending the back knee if possible, lifting up through that back thigh. There's opportunity to bring the elbows down. There's an invitation to open the left knee sort of in an angle to the outside edge of the foot. And we're going to step it back to downward dog. Yes. All right, lower the knees down. And step the right foot forward. Arms inside the leg. And lift up the right toes for a half split. Okay. So inhale, there's a slight bend in the knee as we align the hips, drawing the right hip crease back. With the exhale, engage the muscles, hugging them to the bone, lifting the kneecap, tightening the tummy. And pulse it with your breath, rocking back and forth. Love and compassion, empathy, and mercy. Now, with this, turn to the left side, walking the hands to the middle and pivot on the left knee. Let me spin around. So the right leg extends out, still to the side. Now lift the hands up. Slide the right hand down the right leg, the left arm extending over the shoulder, over the ear as you lean to this right side. Okay? So tone through the inner thighs. You're pressing down through both legs evenly. Lift up through the rib cage. Look up. Expand with the breath. And each exhale, explore the freedom to reach over the ear. Looking up. Lengthening. But breathing lovingly, compassionately. All right. Now release up to straight back and windmill the left hand all the way down to that opposite end of the mat. The right arm lift up, reach over the ear, and open the chest. So back foot pressing down will help push the hips up and forward. And then the head can tilt back a little. And knit the shoulder blades together. Good. That's excellent. And lower the hands. Go back to the front. Step the right foot back and bring the left foot forward. And start to straighten the left knee. Lifting the left toes up. Okay. And keeping the hips up over this back knee. Softening with compassion on the inhale. And then exploring with love and understanding on the exhale to accept whatever limitation your body has today. It's all part of you. Good. Now, as I quickly change directions, you're going to walk the hands around to the right, pivot on the right knee, and lift the hands up to a gate pose, right? Parigasana. So some people have the foot flush, some people have the toes up. It's up to you. Choose what feels best. Then root down through the right knee so you can lengthen through the side of the body. And each breath, explore the freedom to flow compassionately and lovingly. Stay strong with the inner thighs, the legs hug to the midline. Good, that's very nice. Now, windmill the right hand down to the other end of the mat and lift the left arm up. Reach over the left ear. Keep the feet pressing down so the hips can lift up and the eyes look up. And the shoulder blades knit together into the back. Squeeze the buttocks a little so you have the power to root down and open up. Good. And look down, release the hands. And from here, we'll just go right to a little downward dog. Our old friend. Curl the toes under and lift the knees up. Take 3 deeply compassionate breaths. Relaxing the knees and shoulders so you can sense how you're aligning the feet and hands. And then lengthening the arms and legs as you exhale. Not afraid to work in this goal of compassion. Now, three-legged dog by balancing on the left foot and lifting the right leg up. Good. Bend the right knee and swing the right knee forward to pigeon. So the right knee ends up behind the right wrist, but the right shin is at a diagonal. Then square the hips, keeping them level, and engage here in the ankle, foot, and toes of this front shin and foot so that you have a lot of stability. Walk the left knee back. Begin to lower the hips, feeling them stretch in the right hip, maybe. Good. Come forward into sleeping pigeon if you'd like to invite your body to this variation. Making some sort of support or rest for the forehead. Okay, now please lift the back up and step back with the right foot. You can walk the knees, loosen up the knee joints, and then go back to a three-legged dog, this time lifting the left leg. Okay, hug the shoulder blades together, arms into the midline. Inhale, lengthen the whole spine. And then exhale, bend the left knee. Swing that knee up behind the left wrist. And then slide the right knee back. Inhale, align the hips level, square. And then exhale, begin to come forward while tightening in through the pelvic floor and the lower abdomen. Creating a compassionate and merciful environment for this practice. With love and acceptance for all the parts of ourselves. So that we are whole and feel like we belong with one another. Okay. And let's come up from our pigeon and step the left foot back for a moment. Let that left knee move in hinge fashion, back and forth. And then we'll bring the knees down. Let the knees rest hip distance apart for camel pose, Ustrasana. Then lift up the hands and support the back and the buttocks and draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the heart, eyes up. And exhale, squeeze the buttocks as you tilt the head back. Press the tops of the feet down. And open the heart for compassion. Sending out this loving, heartfelt energy of blessings and love to anyone who's suffering. Shining that energy in every direction to reach every single person. And And lift back up to a straight back. Lower the buttocks to the heels for Virasana, hero pose. Okay. Press the tops of the toenails down, keeping the ankles strong. Hands can rest on the thighs. Some people use the soles of the feet. Okay. And if you wish to, invite a deeper stretch into the thighs, the quadriceps. Walk the hands back, lifting the hips. Feel that stretch. If that's still compassionate, you can go deeper onto the elbows and the back of the head in Supta Virasana. But still, the shins should be parallel. The the toes pointed straight behind. And enjoy that stretch anywhere you want to take it. Have a little fun with it. And when you're ready, release. Lift the head up. And we'll go right to heron pose, I guess, but let's stretch the legs in front first. Give the knees a chance to straighten out. Dandasana, this is staff pose. Press the backs of the heels down enough to engage the back of the calves and thighs, and that'll help draw the lower back in, so you have this plumb line from the crown of the head down to the sitting bones. Then inhale, lift up through the arms, reach, and exhale, bow forward. Wait a minute, I'm gonna get a cramp. Okay, and if you get cramps, then be compassionate and don't force the body, but just be in your mind, what it is that you're attempting. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulder blades down, away from the ears. And then on the exhale, incline a little further forward with the crown of the head. Or should I say decline? Yes, decline. Going down, right? It's a decline. Although back's at a positive angle, that's more of an incline. Decrease the incline this way. That sounds like the best grammar. So with patience and understanding, the body is more amenable and willing to cooperate without getting all anxious in the mind or frustrated about, what's happening? Calm, soothe the mind. It's all right. You're forgiven. Now lift up the back and bend the right knee so the right foot points behind. This is half Virasana, and it's probably going to throw your balance off a little bit, so you're falling over to the left side. So what some people will do is put a folded blanket under that side, or you can simply try to just widen your pelvis, widen the sitting bones a little bit, and then use muscular energy to draw into the midline. So the thighs are squeezing in a little bit towards this midline. And then try folding over the left hip. Folding forward. Letting your back rise as needed on the inhale. So it's clear you can take a full breath in, and then bowing deeper on the exhale to this sense of connection and empathy with one another and with all the parts of yourself. Now inhale, lift the back up, and take this in little easy stages. Lift the left knee, hold on to the ankle or the foot, and then try to bring that left leg up into the heron pose. Heron. So a strap can be very helpful over the arch of the foot. Okay. You're breaking out the straps. Good. All right. Fun? Having fun? Lower that leg and switch sides. Extend the right leg. Give that knee a little love. Massage. Then bend the left knee. Sweep that left foot behind. Lift up the right hip. Widen the right sitting bone off to the right side. And then once you have that width, you have more stability, and you're going to engage inner thighs. Hug the legs to the midline. Lift up, lengthen the spine, and you can always use this right arm out to the side like an outrigger as you come forward and fold over this right hip. So very kindly, compassionately begin to fold. Don't force or strain. Be kind, be generous. Stay balanced. Stay engaged. You can do this. We're all supporting one another. We all belong to one another. You belong here. This is safe space. Now, lift the back up. Lift up for heron. Lifting the right knee so you can hold that foot. And try and bind with the hands on the foot. Or use the strap over the arch of the foot or the hands behind the thigh. And try and straighten the knee. And draw the shoulder blades down. Lift up the heart. And spread the toes. Tons of energy. Good. Wonderful. Tough pose. You can lower and release the legs out straight. All right. Oh, you can do 8 angle pose. How am I doing? I've used up a lot of time. All right. Let this recline. And just do a finishing sequence of Hastapada Gustasana. Well, one leg, right leg, let's lift it up and hold the back of the thigh, or use the strap over the arch of the foot, or right hand would bind the big toe of the right foot to make the hasta, the hand to foot. Okay? Inhale, relax and open to this idea of a compassionate practice, tucking the shoulder blades under the back. And as you're exhaling, you're pressing against the strap or your hand to straighten the right knee more, while keeping the back of the left leg down, flush onto the mat. So I compassionately soften the knee on the inhale, make my body comfortable, and then on the exhale, be a strongly compassionate yogi. Right? And release and lower the right leg down. We'll switch and lift the left leg up. Clasp the hands behind the left thigh, or walk the hands up to the calf and ankle. or over a series of breaths. And try to bind the big toe of the left foot, keeping the shoulder blades down, the right leg flat. Soften the knee as needed to feel comfortable, aligned and straight. And then with the exhale, press, find your limit. And let the body work a little bit. It's good for the body to work, right? It's good for the body to move and stretch. And release. Let the left leg drift down to meet the right. All right. And lift up both knees. And open the right knee to that right side. Thread the right heel underneath. And then reach down with the left hand to bind the top of the right foot. Okay? Then cross the left foot over to the right knee. And twist the hips over to the right, balancing on the outer right hip, and perhaps holding that left knee with your right hand. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades down, open the chest, and with the exhale, engage through the pelvis and hips, and the lower abdomen. Only twisting as far as you're also engaging and protecting your back. Okay, now we'll switch sides and lift up both knees. Open the left knee to the side, thread that left heel underneath, and reach down with the right hand, bind the top of that left foot. You found that? Cross the right foot over to the left knee and start twisting the hips to the left, balancing on the outer left hip. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the body, and exhale, engage through the core and press down against the floor with that left hip. Twisting only as far as you're protecting your back with muscular energy. The bigger your breath, the more love and compassion you offer to your body. And release onto your flat back. And stretch out the legs and arms in opposite directions, making a full body stretch. Spreading the toes and fingers and moving every muscle. The arms and legs, and the back and hips and shoulders. And then in the mouth and face and tongue. And after a nice full stretch in every muscle, you're going to begin to rest and bring your arms down by your side for Shavasana. The feet to hip distance apart and the shoulder blades flat underneath the back. But if you need to cover yourself and put on more clothing to stay warm, make yourself comfortably warm. And I'll dim some of the lights so the eyes can rest more deeply. And you can begin to surrender more of your effort and work and accept more of the compassion, mercy, and love that your heart is offering you and every part of you. And relax all these muscles in your body, from your face and eyes, to your mouth and jaw. Inviting your shoulders to relax and your arms to rest. The floor is holding your arms, so you don't have to. And invite your chest and back to relax, and your stomach and your hips. Invite your legs to relax, rest, and trustfully surrender to the floor, because the floor will hold you safe. And then to relax all the little muscles in your feet and toes. Until your whole body is comfortably relaxed, peaceful, and calm. And the stillness of your body doesn't require any thought, so the mind can take a little rest and vacation. To be in a space of compassion. Tenzin Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama, said that compassion and tolerance are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater our own sense of well-being becomes. Cultivating a close, warm-hearted feeling for others automatically puts the mind at ease. And this helps remove whatever fears or insecurities we may have, and gives us the strength to cope with any obstacle we encounter. It is the ultimate source of success in life. Karuṇā, compassion. My heart goes out to all those who are suffering, either from natural disasters or from war or from tyranny, oppression, disease. May my thoughts, words, and actions help to alleviate that suffering in others. Out, please start deepening your breath and awakening your body to movement. And turn to your side and just digest some of what you felt in your body through your compassionate practice today. And as you're awake and coming up to easy seated pose, let me thank you for the extra effort you put into being here today, and to everyone online, namaste.
Namaste.